Hi everybody, I have a super quick, simple but delicious dessert recipe. You know me, when it comes to baking, well, it's just not my thing. So if I'm making dessert, it's gotta be easy, and this one is a real wow when you bring it to the table. It's a layered berry trifle. I'm calling it an All American Berry Trifle because it's red, white, and blue, and it's just so pretty. Starts out with a trifle bowl. You can get these, they're very inexpensive. You can pick them up just about anywhere, under $15. If you don't have one of these, just a pretty glass bowl works great because we want to see the layers. Now, we've got 2 boxes, and these are just the little guys, the 3.4 ounce boxes of, I'm using French vanilla pudding, but vanilla pudding would work great too. Make sure it's the instant. So 2 boxes of either vanilla or French vanilla instant pudding. And I'm talking, you can whip this dessert up in like 10 minutes flat. It does need to be made ahead, though, which is my kind of recipe, too. So, you know, make it a few hours ahead, keep it in the fridge, and you're good to go. All right, so we've got our 2 boxes of pudding. I have 2.5 cups of cold milk. Make sure it's cold. And I'm just going to use my mixer and beat this for a minute until it starts to thicken. And I'm going to give this to you, my partner in crime here, and she's just going to continue mixing that until it starts to thicken a little bit. All right, so I've got my trifle bowl, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some angel food cake. This is just the store-bought kind. If you want to make your own, by all means, go for it. But I'm going to take about half of the cake that I've cut into 1 to 2 inch cubes and layer it on the bottom of my trifle dish. And I've got 4 cups of assorted mixed berries. I've got some sliced strawberries. Aren't those gorgeous? I've got some raspberries. But whatever you can find, whatever looks great. Blueberries and blackberries. And I'm just going to very, ever so gently just kind of spoon those together. I don't really want to break up the berries. All right, how's my pudding mixture going? Looking really good to me. Thanks, Ann. Doesn't need to thicken all the way, just needs to start thickening up. Now I've got 1 12-ounce container of thawed whipped topping. And this is going to take this ordinary, just, boxes of pudding and make it taste more like a mousse. So I'm going to take about 3/4 of the topping and just fold it into this French vanilla pudding. It's that easy. Now we start putting this whole dessert together. So I'm going to take about half of the pudding mixture, just kind of pour it on top of that angel food cake, and now it's time for those berries, big beautiful berries. And I'm going to take about 1/3 of the berries. You can see where we're going and see how pretty this looks. All right, more of the cake. The rest of that cake might have a couple of squares left over. That's okay. You can nibble on that back in the kitchen. The rest of that pudding. Some more of the berries. And your final layer is going to be of berries for me. The rest of that whipped topping, which you can just kind of dollop on top. Doesn't have to really cover the whole thing, just a kind of pretty like a cloud on top, and some more of those wonderful berries. You could put some whole ones on top. Maybe a couple of blackberries, blueberries. And there you go. It's my All-American Trifle. This goes in the refrigerator. In fact, you can do that little garnish right before you serve it with the whipped topping and the extra fruit on top. A little bit of fresh mint. And okay, now we're talking. How about that for dessert? And it was that easy. My All American Berry Trifle. Recipes on our website. You can also pick up this recipe at any Festival Foods.